But you're right. There's fewer resources for other games than there is for D&D. That's for sure.
Yeah, especially with
Yes.
the compendium on Roll20 is pretty helpful a lot of the time.
This just turned into a Roll20 commercial in the very beginning of the episode because that
Today's
Roll20
yeah.
compendium.
YouTube has that option where you can either do the sponsor at the beginning and or in the middle. We are not sponsored by Roll20.
No,
It'd be
no.
cool if we were.
Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag please sponsor us.
Although
Just
Hashtag
honestly,
he's listening. Hashtag fuck you, Alec.
although honestly, like a small channel like this, if we decided to start like really making this a show and whatnot, like this would be a really good Roll20 sponsorship. We'd have to do like the video portion of it, but yeah, I could see this being a Roll20 sponsorable show in this format currently. Anyway,
Yeah.
and I mean,
Well-
Roll20 is watching us play anyway, right? They were on their platform constantly, so I'm assuming there's always like a person assigned to each game on Roll20, just watching what's going down. That's how it works, right?
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
Yep.
I want that job.
I can't imagine how else it would work.
Right. Otherwise, it just wouldn't function. They have to roll the dice physically and then type in the number very fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The compendium
right.
is them searching frantically. Hey Dom, I found a perfect job for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Oops, I doxed you.
Oh shit.
Who's Dom? I don't know.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I'm imagining like an entire branch of the NSA that has like wizard hats now.
Yes. All right, time to try
So-
this margarita milk punch.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Every time I hear that, I cringe.
That's why I keep saying it. Okay, let's actually play the game. I'm so sorry, Dom.
Oh, don't apologize to me.
You said so.
Apologize to
It's
the
on, not
as
Dom.
the good folks said.
Oh shit! Right.
Roll
Docs.
20.
Yeah, we're giving the Roll20 elves a break, so that's good. Last
Why they
time,
gotta be elves? Sorry.
why can't they be elves?
The kobolds.
It's always elves. It's just so sad.
Working class.
Free them.
The Roll 20.
We
no.
had a tussle after leaving the dungeon with a
Pew.
gang of sorts that kind of gave us a little trouble,
A little.
but we managed to pull through that and bunker down for the evening here. And that's what was happening, was your long rest.
All right. We leveled up. I feel much stronger.
But we didn't really do any downtime activities that people might have wanted to do before we stopped last night, so you are free to act
Oh,
on
yeah.
those impulses now.
Oh, I need to up the levels on my horse, too. Isn't something raised?
Horse levels.
Ding that horse.
I thought something adjusts with my level. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong.
We're spending another 4 hours on this kunai with chain, as it were, right? No, yes, Miss Aranoa.
Sorry. Yeah. I was just looking because I realized they didn't update how my Tinker tools will work, so I'm fixing that right now.
Ah.
Okay.
And I'm helping out with this check, right? That's how we've been doing this.
Uh huh.
Sorry, I was crunching on something, so I didn't want to do that in your ears while that was happening. This night, you've had the shit kicked out of you, so you're a little distracted. I'll say you get about 2 hours of actual work done on this thing in that time, fiddling with it.
Mhm. It has been a long day.
That it has.
So I guess
At all the
plan is-
things?
Yep.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, sure.
I didn't
That's
mean
fine.
to interrupt. I
No,
couldn't
it
tell
was.
if you-
Yeah, it's.
What the?
Who's at our door?
I don't know.
Oh shit!
Can you
That's a
get
real
it,
thing
Tom?
in real life. Oh shit! Did we dox that you guys are living together?
Oh.
Yeah, open up.
Oh shit! Did we dox that Brian's FBI? We are waiting to see what's going on at your door, right?
Oh yeah, I think he's
Okay.
buzzing
I
in.
just realized that I pressed the door button like I do for the delivery people and stuff, but we shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah,
After the situations we've had
I just
here.
don't like talking to people, so I just always open the door.
I know, but those people could be around getting
Well,
in here
this
with fire
one's
alarms and shit.
a little more unusual. The one that always happens Wednesday, I know, is our food box delivery. So, because it comes promptly around between 10 and 11 a.m. on Wednesdays. So, I always know that. And that's the one I always do. So, yeah.
Well, sorry about that, but I'm here. What's happening?
Sleep?
Yes, I think we are going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Wendy has tasted this milk punch and agrees that this one also has a sour cream taste.
Yeah.
So apparently that's what milk punch does. What else does it do? It smooths it some. I think it's very much more smooth.
I
Than,
So
don't know if it
yesterday
really
you're like yesterday you're like there's no milk flavor in these things.
I agree.
But I would
agree with that.
put sour cream taste as milk flavor.
Well, he doesn't taste that.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But he also doesn't eat sour cream.
That's true.
But you
Oh,
even know.
wow.
Sorry, I just doxed you for not eating sour cream.
Shit. You're letting out all our secrets.
I
You keep
do
using
love
that
sour
word. I'm not
cream.
sure that means what you think it means.
Right. We're just
I just don't know if I like it in a drink.
there's
Yeah,
no
it's-
sour
it's-
cream in the drink. That's what I'm saying.
Mm,
There technically is though.
I don't. I hear what you're saying.
You curdled milk
Uh-huh.
and strained the alcohol through it.
You heard. I heard what you're saying.
Yeah.
I disagree with your conclusion, kind of, but I understand what your premises are. Why you would say that? Yes.
That's just your opinion.
I'm just saying English is a peculiar language. That's all. It's sour cream can mean a lot of different things. I don't fucking know.
What else?
Creme fraiche. So I guess when we wake up in the morning, I'll be, trying to gather food for a breakfast and start talks on what's the next step of our journey.
Okay. What? Now I'm hearing people like outside our area. Okay, I'm gonna try and ignore that. Before morning comes, Flint,
Before the morning comes.
you dream a dream in which you are in a confined dark space, and all around you there is writhing and twisting, and that's it.
I had some shit sleep last night.
I slept like a log, I think.
I did not sleep.
I miss that feeling.
What, shit sleep?
No, sleeping like a log. What'd you dream about? I missed that too.
Nothing much, just vague darkness, general unpleasantness.
Mm.
Being in a box that moved. I don't know how else to explain it.
Sounds uncomfortable.
Does not sound good.
Well, I ain't there now.
Maybe we should start thinking about where we're gonna be next.
I sure shit don't want to keep being out here.
Feeling similarly. I don't think we are equipped enough to keep going out into more wilderness.
Yeah, I'd wanna go back home and get prepared before we did another trip.
Well, I do want to see what this might do, and I pull out. There's a yay hole now, right? A yay donut, a so large.
Oh, we were gonna flip the coin too.
Right.
Coin and a forbidden donut.
Both those things exist.
I think we found that the coin did not have any magic attached to it anymore, but I see no reason why we couldn't try flipping it anyway, just to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, let's go for that.
Flipping a coin?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what we landed on there.
So are we.
Yeah. I assume you take that coin and put it over your thumb while it rests across the rest of your hand,
Whoa.
if you will, as is the classic way, and flip the coin into the air as it catches the new sun, shimmering gold, as it rotates and then promptly falls to the earthen floor.
Yeah, I think it's all used up.
Worth a try.
As is this. And Tower takes the so large and kind of does a gentle toss into the air and see what happens.
You watch it go up into the air a ways as you would normally throw before it falls to the ground.
Not much of a reaction there.
No.
Well, either it doesn't work or we are too far away from whatever it does react to. All the more reason to break out of the west here.
And if we are too far away, seeing as half of this led us over a week away, that distance seems nearly unfathomable. But yes, east, I think. In fact, I have the maps to get us back on the path we came out, unless we'd like to go a different route. We already had this bridge here made over this chasm, so
Right.
perhaps
should
at
definitely
least to there.
go that way.
Although I think after the chasm we could probably avoid the kill box here, but maybe not.
What you call them the kill box?
That I mean, it was the canyon we had to walk through the middle of.
Box Canyon
Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
the manticore.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep. I'm pretty sure we had to pass through that before the bridge. So coming back, we going over the bridge first and then trying to avoid that. If we were trying to avoid that at all.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'd like to avoid it.
But for now, the bridge, yes.
Yes.
And do we want to stop by this weather machine and do anything about that or with that? This whole area seems to be being patrolled by those machines.
We didn't really discover anything else about it, did we?
No, but we have also not messed with it that much. Seeing as we are going back the other direction, I feel this is the opportunity to, if we wanted to, say, dismantle some of it and take it with us. This would be the time to do it.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Well, Aranoa is the one that I think is most interested in things like that. It's just an option that I'm throwing out there.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
I don't wanna.
Well, and that's why I threw it out to the group.
Like I'd prefer not to die again. There's
We
still
seem-
another one of those brain things out there, ain't there?
Many.
There was many, not necessarily in the actual vicinity of that device at the time, but in the surrounding areas that you were traveling through, yes, you could see, and some tried to attack you.
We seem
we
to handle them one-on-one, or not, or rather, four-on-one. If they were en masse, I think we would have a problem.
But we know where to keep an eye out for them. And as long as they're far in the distance, like last time, we were able to travel through.
That is true.
Just thinking about a pile of those brain walkers makes me uncomfortable.
I mean, either way, we are going to have to pass through the area to get back to civilization. May as well make this quick stop while keeping an eye out. Do you have any other route back to civilization apart from that?
Don't reckon I do.
Well, I think we are at an impasse, or rather, we are very passive. Shall we?
Yes.
Oh, there was a sharp inhalation that felt like it was precluding some kind of statement.
Well, I figured it could be discussion on the road.
Oh, sure. On the road it is.
I was thinking about what Silas said when he left, that he had a train to catch.
Mhm.
Now, where's the known train stops? Because it's still being built out in our area, correct, Dom?
Well, there's a lightning rail being built.
Yeah.
You're correct. The lightning rail ends currently at Arthavis, but
And-
goes way further north.
Are there
Is
like
it
a lot of?
there too, or is it just the lightning rail?
There's a lot happening there. Brian? What was your question?
Are there normal railroads out there too, or is it just the lightning rail?
Just the lightning rail.
But like that's called train, right? Is that right? Am I right in assuming that?
Could be.
I mean, do people call it that? I guess is the question.
Probably.
Okay.
Arthavis, though, we have some bad history there already, and we don't have a very long history at all. Is that really where we should be heading to now?
Oh, I was just thinking, just curious where he could be. And just knowing, I'm assuming it's gonna be in one of those spots that has a stop. Thinking he is getting on that. Just musing.
Yes, my question is pursuing Silas high on your list of priorities, or anybody's here?
Not particularly. I was just curious where he was off to in such a hurry and that he said that. Unless it was just a phrase he uses.
Oh, I am. Go
Don't
ahead.
get me wrong, I currently hold a grudge, and the next time I see the son of a bitch, I will send him to the do-what.
It is on site. but I also don't feel compelled to follow after him.
I got priorities.
Which are? I mean, right now, honestly, what's next?
Getting the hell out of the West. I gotta have a doctor take a look at my forehead.
We're working on it, Sheriff.
It's a long book. Sure.
I think that storm contraption was the place that you went to before you went to the place right? Like you went here and then to the dungeon. Or you went to, I should say, you went there and then to the dungeon, correct?
I am not memory boy. This is you, man.
I know.
Yeah, I think it was the bridge and then the storm, right? And then the dungeon. Is
Yeah.
that what you're asking, Tom?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it went woods, the camp where you found Ursala, the Warforged
Mhm.
structure, the bridge, then the Storm Spire, the Egyptian ruins. I mean, there was stuff
Well,
in
there
between
was
those places,
Sounds
yeah.
about
but
right.
Mm-hmm.
there was like open.
Open
Plains.
the zombies and then
Yeah.
the cat.
Yeah, there's a lot of-
they're talking
yeah.
about, yeah.
Mhm.
Snail trail.
Oh, the canyon.
Trail trail.
You're
yeah.
right. The canyon. That the whole reason I don't have it on here is because it doesn't exist on here. No worries. Okay. So yeah. I just wanted to make sure about that before I said, about this time, you start to see the outskirts of that area, of what you know to be that area. Like, you're
Wait,
still
which area?
the Stormspire area.
Oh,
You're
okay,
still
thank
quite a
you.
ways from where that was, but you're like getting to the point where you know you're about to enter that vicinity that you started seeing those creatures.
I want to scan the area. Like, it's a wide open plains area, right? Or no hills and stuff, right? So you can see a long way.
There are hills. There's like
Oh.
rubbled.
But we were able to
Higher
see
areas.
those things pretty far away, right? The brain things.
You-
Anyways, I
you
want to
did-
look for
you-
to see
yeah.
if there are any
You
in
did
the
spot
area.
some from far away, depending on where they were. Yeah.
Is that is perception or
Mhm.
just someone on a hill?
I'll help you.
Absolutely.
Perception check?
Mhm.
You guys go ahead with the assistance.
Someone actually might be
I will go ahead
better
and
at
take
it.
care
And
of
all.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm pretty great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dang good.
From your current position, you're not seeing anything that looks hostile or dangerous. It looks pretty empty.
Are we seeing the weather machine at all yet?
It's pretty no, not yet.
Not quite.
It is pretty big, but not yet.
Sure. Fair. And I report that, yeah, nothing of notice as of yet.
All right.
I'm gonna continue wrestling with this owlbear now.
A little longer passes, and just beyond raised ground, you can see what looks like the top portion of that spire in the distance.
Onward?
Oh yes, I think we are. Yes, correct. Again, we are making a stop here to do some tinkering.
Yes.
I will keep an eye out, and if anything comes, I think the mode is run, not fight. Correct? Are we all agreed on that?
Yes.
Unless forced to fight, obviously. Okay. And we approach the weather tower, I suppose, while keeping an eye out for dangers on the way. Are there anything patrolling the area currently? Is there anything? Are there anything patrolling the area?
From where you are, you can see about 4 of those entities walking about this huge space. There's probably 2 to the left of the direction that, from your perspective of travel, there's probably 2 that are a good 400 yards from to the left of you, if that makes sense. But kind of, how do we say that? We would say kind of 45 degrees off of where you are is where they are. They're out in the distance there, separate from each other.
Kind of forming a line with the weather machine along the weather machine line that we spotted before. They're along that line.
They don't look like they're next to it, they'd probably be a little bit before it and
Okay.
further out to the left.
Got it.
You can also see another one almost behind you, another good 600 feet off to your right. And you see them because they are kind of crittering over some higher raised ground from where you are right now.
And you said, I think that we saw 4. I think I have track of 3 at this point.
Right. The other one is you might intercept it if both of you stay on your trajectories because it's kind of moving towards that tower, but it seems to be much closer to the tower than to you.
All right, folks. We can make the choice to try to fight, or again, we can try to find a route out of here that's as safe as possible and quick.
I don't want to fight one of these things if I don't have to.
I don't think we have to.
I'm not great without looking at something, so is there not a way to maybe form a route, maybe not so straight, but curvy, that would kind of give each one a good distance between us, or no?
Based on my understanding, yes, we can find a route like that, but it would mean that we have no chance of getting to this tower.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I meant while still headed towards the tower.
Based on
I
that
mean-
one right there, I don't think so. I mean, you can tell me different, Dom.
The ones to the left and the right are pretty far away, and they don't seem to be like actively in pursuit of you or anything. So who knows? But I would say, yeah, sure. The one that's closer could be a problem, but it's not. It doesn't. You are still far enough away from it as well that you could. There's choices to be made there, like if you want to avoid it or not, or whatever.
We can wait here and see if it passes, and that might give us a window of opportunity to get in and get out.
That's what I was thinking, but I'm fine with leaving it too.
I think we're all in agreement. We're not trying to fight these things, but
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
I'm
we're
willing
also
to-
not in a huge rush back, correct?
not me.
No.
No rush per se.
As long as we make it back alive.
And without the covering rotting on us, we do need to get that treated, but I think we have some time there. A little bit of time here to see if this thing passes and we find a good window.
I like it.
How much time?
We'll see what happens in an hour or so.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I can't. I don't know how quickly they're moving, and like if we can gauge what a good waiting time is.
But if we spot that we get spotted, we are getting the fuck out of here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You'd know from your fight before and just observing them for that long that they seem to move just a little bit faster than what a normal humanoid speed might be.
But
Their
we're on
pace
our
is
horses.
bigger than that.
So we may be able to outrun them if time comes, but we'll see. Like, is this one looking like it's going to pass the area where we would intersect it, and we can maybe ride up after that and try to find the hole in the patrol, I guess?
So after an hour, what you can figure out from this is that they are in fact sticking to some sort of route that sort of like loops back on itself at some point.
Is there a time that we can see that we think we'd be able to safely make it there without disturbing them?
And quickly, like, maybe give us half an hour there, or maybe not half an hour, based on that we learned that it's an hour-long route. And give us maybe 5 good minutes at the machine before we have to run off.
I mean, yes.
To the best of our knowledge, of course.
Sure. Then I think we have a plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we wait for the appropriate time, I think, and we make our way down there as stealthily and speedily as possible. Keep an eye out.
Sweet. Then
And-
I'll need stealth checks.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm assuming we are trying to stealth, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
okay.
I don't know. Well, we came with the cart, but
Right, I shouldn't have advantage, but it doesn't look like it matters. Oh, I should have advantage, actually.
If I may do a thing real quick.
Which thing?
Sorry, I don't actually have a button for the thing, so I'm just going to throw dice at it.
What is that
Alright,
doing?
so I'm not 100% certain that I can do it like this, but I'm throwing my psychic die at the stealth check, assuming that 12 is kind of low. So I'm hoping to bump it up to 16 at the use of one of my dice.
And you're not sure if that's a legal thing to do.
Pop them rules, homie.
It's supposed to be done if I have failed a check.
Oh,
I can optionally throw a d6 at it to see if that changes anything.
But you get to know if you failed or not.
Yeah, so I suppose if and when I blow our cover, I could throw the 4 at it.
I mean, I rolled lower than that anyways, so if it's a thing that you only get so many of,
Yeah, I'm not.
I'd say don't bother.
You know what? I'm not even. I'm just going to assume that's not an okay use of this and just ignore it for now.
Well,
To
I
be
mean,
fair, even if it didn't change anything, I wouldn't spend the die anyway.
Right.
Right. I am just trying to make I mean, the things you're trying to sneak from need to see if they can see you or not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And based on all this,
I suppose it really all depends on whether it's the angle of I'm creating their DC or I'm trying to beat their passive stealth, or
Mm-hmm.
like an egg chicken situation.
hmm okay. Do you guys feel like you're doing a pretty good job at quieting down a cart and traveling through this barren wasteland?
Cool.
You don't seem to see any changes.
All right, Aranoa, I feel like I've been helping you out with some mechanical stuff lately. I can be an assistant to you
Here,
on
you
this.
can make it here.
Yes, please.
Will you two keep an eye out for us during this little period of time?
As always.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
When I see somebody
We lost
flicker.
Dom on roll 20.
Oh no,
No way.
I
You're
don't see you
here.
on there now. Oh, maybe it's just mine somehow.
I don't see
No, I
him.
don't see him either.
I hear him.
Oh, I'm well,
On
that's
roll
through
20,
Not on
Discord.
not on
Discord.
Roll
Discord.
I hear you on.
But I see myself on roll 20.
Okay,
Oh,
you.
there you
Oh,
are.
there we go. Weird.
Yeah.
How's that?
Nothing changed the whole time I
Oh.
was here. What's up? We all here? What's up?
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah,
here,
I'm
we're
gonna
present,
roll a
we're-
tinker's check on the tower thing to see if I can pull any useful parts out of it or glean any more information about it as I do that.
And I'm going to assist with that check.
I'd like to be up on, I guess I'll take over here. This is up high, right? To keep a lookout.
I lost where you are.
I went down south.
Oh yeah, that is. This is the ground floor, if you will.
Right.
Anything that looks different than that is raised up.
All right, I'm gonna get up on this rock over here.
Oh, I see.
And-
Okay.
I have rolled a tinker's check and got
I
a
see
22.
that. Okie dokie. Kind of digging into this panel system, it seems to actually be incredibly advanced. The way that it seems to be fusing technology and magic almost looks seamless, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
And it doesn't look like, I mean, it looks reminiscent, but there's nothing in the modern world that seems to be working like this in this way. As far as what you might be able to pull off of it of use, that's a great question.
Well, I'm glad we asked it.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll a d4. That's what I want you to do.
Done.
Thank you. You pull out a small gem piece that looks important to the structure.
Ooh. What color is it?
It appears to be blue in coloration of some kind. A shade of blue, not exactly a perfect blue.
Okay. Am I getting like arcane feeling
Yeah.
off of this?
Yes,
Okay.
you are.
Cool.
I'm not so good with flipping to the right page in this book because I barely touch it, so that's why
No
I
rush.
to say something of importance. Well, there's a bit of a rush here because I don't want to flip through this book forever.
Well, of course.
The only
no
real
pressure
rush here,
there.
Aranoa, is that these creatures are crawling around.
Well,
Mhm. And Shra, you do catch the sound like out of this vicinity, but if you were to keep looking down on our page out in that direction, you can hear the impact of metal into earth and the gyroscopic movements of machinery getting somewhat closer. You may have to scurry up further from where you are now that we cannot see on the map to get a good look of what's going on if you wanted to do that. And finally arriving where I wanted to be after all this time. Yeah, it is a shard, bluish in coloration, and you are getting arcane feels off of it.
okay. Well, guys, I think this is the extent of what I might be able to pull from here, but it looks like it could be kind of powerful.
And did you study how that piece connects? Oh, whoa.
What the fuck was that?
I have no idea. Is that this
Was
tower?
was it the gem?
Oh, shit. Does it have a mind? A thoughtful mind that speaks? Did you study how this piece connects to the rest of the tower? You might be able to draw some energy from it for your own purposes.
I'm not quite sure what purposes I would have to draw power from it at the moment.
Okay. Well,
other than to like store it up on this gem. But I think can I roll an arcana check to see if this feels like it is charged or whatever?
Is charged or whatever.
I don't know, like if it feels like it has energy to it.
Sure. Yeah, let's go for it.
Oh, sorry. No advantage unless someone was helping me with that. But no one said it, so no advantage.
I don't fuck with magic. No.
And
Like I
I'm
said,
not in the area,
it's
so.
highly advanced beyond anything known in the modern world, and it's hard to ascertain that information.
Yeah, that's totally charged. I think we're good to go.
All right. I give. In fact, I'll pop the visage and arms of Fat Bottom Girl and give like a distant whisper to first Shra to the south. And this is actually, when you hear this, you don't hear a normal tower voice. You hear the voice of Fat Bottom Girl, which is
Oh.
it's time to get back home, dearie.
Do I know what this is? Have you told us about this?
I did mention that I have party chat, and if you
Okay.
look, you can see that that flat line of Fat Bottom Girl's mouth is doing a little speech. Actually talking like a humanoid mouth would talk. So,
All right.
and then turn her to Flint and say, "And you as well. Come on back.
Come on.
It is time to head out, I believe."
Got something cool?
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to
As you're
spend more time
staring
with
down,
it.
Tra, you see a large bit of dirt slide from above where you were. As you hear the.
How would I not have seen it?
That's what I was
said
telling you. I told you. Did you go up higher, like I said, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I missed it. Then you would have seen that thing right,
And
very
I
close
said I was
by.
keeping an eye out.
No, I know you were up here, but during you were
Oh.
telling what Wendy was getting, I was saying that you were hearing noises from off screen.
Oh,
and
I
that
missed
if
that.
you-
I'm sorry.
Mhm, okay, no problem.
Oh shit. Well then yeah. I think something's coming. We should get out quick.
Yes.
But like you all are much lower than where this thing was walking, but you all can now see it up at the top of this cliff's edge, not bearing down on you, just walking past and kind of fucking off from the side of that cliff.
Oh.
Either way, dangerous place here.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Indeed. And we do, I think.
Sweet. And the sun will begin to set shortly after this endeavor, and you can choose to stop your travels or continue on into the night. It is up to you.
The bridge should be somewhere up here close by, but I don't think we should cross in the dark.
No.
Shall we make camp?
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, always.
And so we do.
Sweet deal. I know it hasn't been too eventful. I know it's 9:23 though on a Monday night, so I don't know what.
Yeah, it should be right around time. I think
Yeah.
eventful. I think it's eventful.
Dodged a brain tap. I think it's been eventful.
Yeah, you did
I
dodge it too. There was a chance you weren't gonna, but you did.
Mhm.
I promise.
I mean, here's the thing that could be a thing. Could Aranoa possibly have identified this thing in a more complete way using some kind of spell that Aranoa has?
I don't think so.
Okay, well there you go.
Oh, I mean
but-
ritual casting with identify. Sorry.
Well,
I was thinking about my prepared spells. Sorry.
Mhm.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing just at the whole situation of that. It's funny.
Oh, D&D players not knowing their characters at this point is pretty funny.
But no, I just mean like
I
like
know my character.
no, I don't have
very
anything that
much.
can do that except for ritual identify, which is nothing to do with that.
I know it
That's-
just
that's just
slipped my
beautiful.
brain.
Yeah. So, spending some time with this device, there is no current word for what it is because up until this moment, you had no idea it existed. But it is some kind of spell shard, perhaps. It seems to be storing. I don't want to say that because that means a totally different thing. It's spending time with it. You feel your mind connect with this shard piece, and almost like a book, you're able to see a list of spells
Oh.
that are inscribed in the crystal. Those spells being daylight, chain lightning, and create water.
Okay. That's pretty.
But having identified it, you will get a little more information than that, of course, because we're playing a game here. You need to be able to know what all that means. And of course, I freaking flipped away from this page like a freaking moron. So, what it does is, this polished shard fits in the hand and stores information similar to a book. The shard can hold the equivalent of one book that's no more than 320 pages long. A shard can be created blank or already filled with information. When the shard is created, the creator can set a passphrase that must be spoken to access the information stored within. There does not seem to be a passcode on this crystal as it was designed to work with this machine. But perhaps one could be set, who knows? While holding the shard, you can use an action to open your mind to the shard, seeing its content in your mind. On subsequent rounds, reading the text or inscribing new text on blank pages in the shard requires concentration and takes the same amount of time it takes you to read and write normally. Thinking of a particular phrase or topic draws you to the first section in the shard that addresses it. A wizard can use a spell shard as a spell book with the usual cost in gold and time to scribe the spell into the shard. That's what you found.
Huh.
A really cool spell book.
Could you copy and paste that for me so I could put it in the description of the?
Oh, gee, sure, why not?
I started
mean-
trying to type it out, but
It was a lot. I mean, or you can just if there's like a name attached to this, we can probably
Sure.
search that name.
It's not in the compendium.
Well, there you go. Then, yep, the typing will probably be necessary.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I got
But
you.
that sounds badass as F.
yeah, that's real fucking
That
cool.
was Chain Lightning, Daylight, and Create Water.
Yep.
But it's in
Yeah,
a spell
right.
book. Yeah, it does. Yeah, absolutely.
This page doesn't have that full bit. Oh, because this no.
Although it's in a spell book that was kind of designed to work with a machine, so if you figured out some way to make it work as a machine, it seems like it could do that. But just as a spell book itself for this party, I'm not sure. But money for sure if you ever wanted to sell it.
Let me just omit the campaign specific words that we're not using here. Well, I
Do
mean
you
that's
feel
what
like-
you do, right?
Yeah, definitely. Do you feel like you could figure something to do with this, Aranoa?
Maybe. I would need some time to.
Okay.
Sure,
I think
of
it's
course.
good now. Wow, that's a lot of text.
Cool. Because, yeah, that's a pretty dope spell book.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I guess, for tonight, though, we should probably...
Bunkering down once again and preparing for whatever else might be in store on this journey.